Alright guys, this is a little bit of a different item from my channel. This is a little handheld airbrush kit from a company called PELCAS. They're an Amazon store. They sell a few things. This is just around 70 bucks, and I don't think they're running any specials right now, but I think that's the total price. So we got this, and we got it mainly for my wife to do airbrush makeup because it's small enough that she can do it with her own hand, and it's also cheap enough to where we weren't spending $200+ on something that required using pods like the Temp 2 brand that's out there. So you're going to see me applying some airbrush foundation to my wife's face, so she was gracious enough to do that on camera, and some before and afters, which I'm even more appreciative of because she has to like show the blemishes and stuff in the before and after, and that's very, very kind of her. So here we are just unboxing it. It's a little like 2 by 4, I'd say 2 by 3 box with about 1.5 inch depth. Fits in just about any pocket, and the total length on the actual air hose is maybe about 3 feet, which is enough to basically put the actual air compressor in your pocket and have it running while you're actually doing the airbrushing of makeup. This also works with paints, although I don't demonstrate use of paints with this because I'm not an airbrush artist or painter or anything like that, so there's really no cause for me to do it. I'm really just doing it to show off the makeup application. It's charged with a USB Type-C charger, which thankfully is becoming the new standard, and it's very, very fast to charge. I did multiple practice rounds with my wife, making sure I was steady-handed enough and was good enough with the airbrush to make sure it looked good on camera. And even after doing that multiple times, I think this thing eventually, by the time we finished filming this, was only down to like 82% or maybe 75% battery life, so it lasts a good long time. So you probably got a good little while to work with. Now I was operating with it on the lowest level of pressure, so it goes from 1 to 4, maxing at 32 psi, and the first level was more than enough to move around the airbrush foundation. So I'll leave the link to the brand of foundation I used in the description because I guess that's relevant. I'm not a makeup expert, nor am I, and my wife is not an airbrush makeup expert. So other than saying it didn't burn her skin, it looked fine. It didn't go on gloopy or gloppy, and that was partly because the make was probably decent, and also because the airbrush and the kit itself was fairly well made. So one of the biggest issues with any airbrush kit, or really any paint kit, is whether or not the needle inside the airbrush is going to allow for clean spray on to happen. There were a couple instances where, like, when you first start with any kind of paint, like whatever's in the tube kind of sitting will spurt out, so always give like a real quick click to make sure you get rid of anything that's sitting there. And here's my pretty wife being very kind, still about 6 inches away from your target, and from there you can basically get the entire face. And really it only takes about maybe 3 minutes when you're like really kind of thinking about it like I was for the video. And basically I just run through here and lay on a quick foundation, and there's nothing too crazy. I'm not trying to glop it on there and really make it thick. I'm not doing, like, I guess, stage makeup, for lack of a better term. Just putting on the foundation, spraying around. You can obviously go on thicker and more concealed and get rid of any other blemishes, but here's the before and after, and she was very kind to let me put these on here. I have her permission, so don't come at me in the comments. And there's the after. Smooth things out, just kind of levels out, it lays a foundation. That's what foundation does. So there you go at the forehead. And that's about it, guys. That's the quick before and after, just so you guys can see it. Overall, really happy with the product, and hope you pick it up because I think it's a worthwhile thing, and it's better than spending $200+ plus all the expensive cartridges for that Temp 2 system. There's alternatives out there. I think this is a good one. One big flaw, I wish it came with like I wish the sprayer came with a cap on it, so like you didn't have to worry about tilting the airbrush gun by accident and then messing up things and spilling makeup or your paint everywhere. That would have been a nice addition for almost no extra cost. So that's my only real complaint, is I wish there'd been more thought towards that. And other than that, good little item for under 70. Sorry, it's under 70. Just check Amazon. It's under $70. So good little item, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.